What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Reality Kingdom, where we put the real in reality or whatever, period. I'm your host, Pharaoh. We're joined by one of our co-hosts, Lee. Lee, baby. W turn, you know.
Girl, triple U-turn, baby.
Triple U-turn, baby.
It was nasty.
It was getting
nasty.
How'd you like the episode? Were you a fan?
It was a good episode, girl. It got messy. I like a little mess with my amazing race. No shit. I do like a little mess. I'm here for that. It was an interesting episode. Someone was trying to drag me on Twitter or whatnot. Because in the W turn, we're gonna get to it, but I was like, girl, Joseph, where's your loyalty, Shannon? Where is your loyalty, Shannon?
Get him,
okay?
Get him.
Because, baby, this is your sister, your friend, your ex-girlfriend.
Get him.
And he said, baby, I gotta win $1 million. You can go. I said, gag.
Get him.
Gag.
Get him.
So I was like, where's your loyalty? And somebody was like, well, it's a two-way street. Taylor didn't give Joseph the express pass. I said, now, baby, we cannot compare those two things.
Uh-oh.
Now, I'm sorry. Now, there are some things to drag Taylor for in this episode, but it's not that. Okay? Uh-oh. Okay, but we're going to get into it.
We're going to get into it. Ooh, I don't even know who this is. Who is this? They said we're going to get into the tea or we're going to keep it cute. We get into the tea over here. Put the tea in the chat. Any tea you got in the chat, put it in the chat right now. I don't give a damn. Right now. So let's get into this other episode, because I have thoughts on the W turn too as well. You know, we got some thoughts. So obviously we're leaving. Where are we heading to? Athens? Yes, we head to Athens, Greece. And immediately when we get to Athens, Greece, everyone has to race to the top of this hill. Apparently, this is the hill where democracy started. Yay. And we get to the W turn. Boom. We're here. We're queer. We're W turning. The obvious answer, if you're not Jazz and Jag or Tucker and Eric,
is to do Jazz and Jag and Tucker and Eric. So why didn't everybody do that?
Why didn't everybody do that?
Well, some people wanted to burn their votes, like we're on the fucking challenge. Did they forget they were in Big Brother, not the challenge, bitch? Okay, we don't burn votes.
Why are we burning votes?
You know why? Because Jazz and Jag got these bitches on lock.
Girl,
that's why.
This is literally how Jag won Big Brother. Baby, bitches was not touching him. He had that crew on lock. Okay? The fact that he nearly didn't get U-turned is insanity.
And then the fact that he still got U-turned, they still got U-turned and still got first place. And like, I can no longer complain about Jag and Jazz, baby. Y'all got
on Team Baines, baby.
I'm on Team Baines, baby. Okay? Because at this point, express pass, no express pass, bitch. It doesn't matter. Jazz and Jag is dominating this season and is always going to dominate this season. So it truly doesn't matter. They didn't even need the express pass. They literally didn't. Why were they given the express pass? Well, I don't know about that one.
Right.
But it truly did not matter. It did not matter. And it's like, I do need my sister to explain herself a little bit, because
Taylor, don't come to the stand. Like, we gonna get there. We'll get there when we get there.
Look,
because I need her to literally get in the chat right now. But first, the twist. I think the twist this season are silly, because you mentioned the express pass didn't matter. It definitely didn't matter already, because Jazz and Jag are that good. But on top of that, why did you do an express pass on a non-elimination leg? When everyone saw Joseph and Adam, they were like, oh, yay. But it's like, that was kind of silly. And I know it could be used before, but like, why have it be on the last leg? Be the last. You get me.
Also, no shade. Mm-hmm. If this is an unpopular opinion, I'd much rather Tucker and Eric be here over Joseph and Adam. I like Joseph and Adam, but I also feel like the Amazing Race, it's kind of like the challenge, where like, even if you're annoyed by people who are doing well, you do well by doing well in the race. And so now we're going in the top 5. I just feel icky that Tucker and Eric, a team that's been dominating, is gone, and Joseph and Adam is still here. Like, Joseph and Adam are going to go home next episode, probably. Like, they have been struggling. They have their struggle moments. So I'm just like, I don't know. I kind of hate that they were so successfully cheering that they got Tucker and Eric out of here. And it's confusing to me because Tucker and Eric are just as strong as Jazz and Jag. Like, y'all are happy about Tucker and Eric being gone, and y'all still have a beast of a team that none of y'all can touch at all. Literally in first place. No one stopped to think about that. One of the teams who were U-turned is in first place, and it's neither one of y'all.
Y'all literally,
and none of y'all was
surviving by the skin of y'all teeth. Please, like, please, y'all barely survived.
And I don't know if it's just because Joseph pissed me off a little bit this episode or Shay, but I just feel like, well, I said this last episode too. I wouldn't have minded if Joseph and Adam just went home.
Yeah, I think I agree. I think The Amazing Race is a show
also, I'm sorry.
Period.
I'm so sorry. I just want to say also, they kind of got it easy this round because there was no speed bump. They should have had a speed bump. The fact that they only got a penalty vote and no actual speed bump makes no sense to me. Because if they had gotten a real speed bump, best believe they probably wouldn't be third.
And that's what I was going to say earlier. Like, the twists are stupid. Because last leg, the twist happened, but it was a non-elimination leg. And then this leg, Joseph and Adam should have gotten a speed bump, and they didn't even get a speed bump. I think that's so silly. But I also do agree. I think The Amazing Race is a show where it's satisfying that the people who are racing the best do win. It is boring, though, which is why I think there needs to be a dichotomy between a competitive type of season and making the competitions equitable for everyone to do fair in, so that way it is more competitive. I want the people who are the best teams to keep moving forward, but I also want the best teams to be in an equitable situation. You feel me? Because then it wouldn't be a problem. Honestly, at top 6, it should not be this obvious who the best teams are versus the worst teams. That's not a good season of any show, honestly. Like, I don't want to be at the top 6 of any show and know the winner. And when we have that, that's when I'm like, okay, it's getting a little crazy. Like, I want some type of nuance to maybe this could happen or maybe this could happen. Those are the more entertaining seasons. I remember even when we watched some older seasons of The Amazing Race, there's a team where it's like, they're probably going to win, but the teams they're at the end with, it's like, you remember Molly and Emily from Derek and Claire season, the twins? I remember feeling like they're kind of beasting this shit, though. Like, it's not just a cakewalk. And Tucker and Eric and Jazz and Jag, it felt like this cakewalk, which is why them against each other was the most interesting thing in my opinion.
They kind of,
now that they're gone, it's like,
this was the most interesting episode of the season, and it's because those teams were in danger. But I mean, Jazz and Jag wasn't in any real danger, and that's why I think, like, everyone is focusing in on how this giant of a team got taken down when Jazz and Jag are still here. And someone clocked it in the chat, no shade, there hasn't been a leg where Joseph and Adam didn't ask Jazz and Jag for help. That's why they want them in the goddamn game. Excuse me. That's also why Colin and Taylor wanted them in the game. They feel like Jazz and Jag are helping them, when in reality, Jazz and Jag winning is way more danger than the small benefits they give to them along on the race. Like, I don't think Colin and Taylor benefited at all from giving Jazz and Jag the express pass. Like, in that first U-turn, they were always doing Izzy and Paige. That was never going to change. Express pass or not, they would not have done Taylor and Colin. And then this vote, they still voted Taylor and Colin. So there's no benefit to giving them the express pass. Like I said, it really didn't fucking matter at this point. But it's like, they could have gave it to a team that could have used it and actually got out of a situation where they went home, you know? And that could have kind of shifted something in the game. But what's happening is we have teams that are helping Jazz and Jag for the sake of alliances, where this is a show where those type of alliances don't work in that manner. You can't just keep helping a good team, because that good team is just going to win out. So I want to hear everyone's opinion next episode when Jazz and Jag are just first place again. Are we going to start saying, let's try to get Jazz and Jag out of here? Because who's going to get them out of here now?
They've also won first place 5 times at this point. And then there was a moment where they let Natalie, and obviously everyone didn't know they let Natalie and Stephanie get that first place, but they won first place in extra leg that they allowed Natalie and Stephanie for her birthday get. So it's like they've won the most about legs. They've literally won the most legs, and I feel like everyone is forgetting they won the most legs. They were tied with Tucker and Eric won 4 in a row, and they were tied with Jazz and Jag, or they were only one ahead of Jazz and Jag because of that Natalie and Stephanie situation that it's not counted. No, baby, they still won that leg. Like, they won 3 in a row before Tucker and Eric won 3 in a row. Literally, they did it first. So I feel like people just forgot.
I hate to glaze Jag, but
And they played
I
it
mean,
well.
this is also the social maneuvering, and we saw within Big Brother towards that end game.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like to shit on him for him getting evicted and things like that, which I understand. But there was a game prowess that he showed in that end game of Big Brother that people do not want to acknowledge because they feel like he's not a deserving winner, which I get. But that's what we're seeing here. The reason why Tucker and Eric, people don't like them and want them to go home is because Tucker and Eric wasn't playing the social game of The Amazing Race. Jazz and Jag were. They were in alliances. They have been helping people. So in a situation like this, even though they're a very strong team, people don't want them gone in that manner. They still would be okay with them leaving, but they'd rather someone like Tucker and Eric go. And I think it's because they've actually been involved with the other teams, So there's that. Like there has been a game element to this season, and I think it's really paying off for Jazz and Jag the most.
Yeah, and it's smart that there were moments where they were letting other teams get first at the beginning because they wanted to diminish their threat level, and I think it worked. I think it became Tucker and Eric are this big bag when the whole time Jazz and Jag were allowing people to win first. They weren't losing because they sucked. They were losing because they chose to. They literally had the grace to decide to lose legs, bitch. Like, please, they were on top of this shit, and I think it worked. I think they really gamed it nicely, and here we are, and they're the front runners, if you ask me. So, Joseph and Adam are the first people who have to vote. Obviously, their penalty is they get one U-turn vote against them automatically.
It didn't fucking matter. Like, no one's gonna U-turn Joseph and Adam. Like, it's just like
they just lost. It was stupid. It should have just been a roll. It should have just been a speed bump. They should have had to push 2 boulders up the hill. Who cares? Something. Give them some real penalty. This isn't a real penalty. This is some bullshit. A penalty vote? Please. It's not a show about vote. The vote doesn't matter in these shows. It's about the challenges. Give them an extra task or get the fuck out of my face. The fuck?
The fuck? The fuck?
Boom. Joseph and Adam, they discuss, and in this discussion, apparently, according to Chat BCC, this discussion went on way longer than they showed. They said they were arguing. Joseph and Adam allegedly were arguing about this decision back and forth and back and forth. And then Joseph, as we saw, decided, you know what? I'm going to let Adam just decide because I'm too close to both of the teams.
Which, I'm sorry, baby, that you can't just do that. You cannot just do that. You cannot just do that. Because who are the teams again? Remind me who the teams are.
Of who? Of who they chose?
Yeah, because I'm confused. Like,
they voted for Tucker and Eric, and Adam voted for Jack and Chelsea. He said, we're just going to stay out of it. We're going to burn a vote.
Like,
Jack and Chelsea.
I just hate the whole burning vote thing because it makes you look stupid. Like, you burned the vote. You eventually ended up having to do a tiebreaker vote that could have lost a friendship. Fucking wrong with y'all. And then also Taylor and Colin did a burn a vote on Izzy and Paige, and it's like y'all look stupid too because no shade, you just gave a whole speech about not voting women.
Why are we not
voting? It's like vote the people in. And I know they probably felt so stupid, especially Taylor and Colin, because they were like, we're not going to do Jazz and Jag because they were loyal to us and helping us and things like that, just for them to vote y'all. And like Taylor was so pissed. You can see it all over her face.
Yeah.
But it's like, I felt bad, but in the same sense, it's like, I don't know why they assumed that they would have that loyalty because of that express pass. Like, y'all weren't in the little train wreck alliance and things like that. Like, they had other things going on. So I don't understand at top 6 why they're like the express pass alliance. Like, fuck that shit. Put them in.
Like, I feel like they thought that giving them an express pass was a locked in like final 2 deal. Like, baby, who gives a like? Thanks for the express pass and move forward. Like, it's not a. I just don't think. I don't understand why this whole express pass situation was such a definite situation for them. Like, y'all helped us. Jag and Jazz helped y'all one time throughout the race, and then that was it. Like, maybe that it doesn't need to continue on past that. So I don't know why they were still sticking to it. Like, the game had evolved at this point. We're past all of that. All of that was the early game. We're literally at the end of the game, and we're U-turning people at top 6. Why are you not U-turning the top team? Jazz and Jag just got first place the last leg. What's happening?
that brings up the conversation I had on Twitter with this person earlier too, because I'm just like, I don't think you could compare an express pass that was given on leg 1 to an episode that took place on episode 8. Episode 1 to episode 8, Taylor didn't know that if she didn't give Joseph Adam this express pass, that he could be in danger on episode 8. I feel like if Taylor had known that, then she probably would have given him the express pass, because that's how Taylor is. In this situation, Joseph was putting Taylor in a spot where she could have went home this episode. He very much knew that and essentially did not care, which is why the vote was made. Whether he let Adam make the decision or not, it's both of their name on the goddamn vote. So I do feel like that is a little bit more egregious than not giving someone an express pass. Like, this girl could have went home this leg, and it's like, well, So I feel like, regardless of how you feel about the people, that specific thing was kind of fucked up on Joseph. Because the way I looked at it, that's like if Pharaoh did the same thing to me. Like, they're like friends outside of The Amazing Race. And bitch, I would have cursed you out and blocked your fucking
I would have got cursed out and blocked.
Like, that's how I took it. Like, I don't know how it was so hard for Joseph, considering the relationship that they have with Taylor, compared to all these other teams. Now, I get it. Adam on live, he was like, look, I'm trying to win $1 million. I don't give a damn. Period. It is what it is.
Period.
But a part of me, I don't like how Joseph is just like, I'm not taking any responsibility for it. Joseph, you should take responsibility for it. Your name is on the vote.
Period. No, what Joseph did was some bullshit. I actually don't mind the vote. I don't mind the vote. I mind the way that Joseph went about it. He tried to relieve himself of any responsibility. You have to take responsibility for actions that you're going to cause. At the end of the day, you're in a team with Adam. It's not Adam over here, Joseph over here. It's Joseph and Adam. You are a part of the team. You are a part of the vote. You have a say. And instead of you stepping up and being a man and deciding, you instead try to relieve yourself from any responsibility and any blame. And you're not here and you're not in it and da 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 da. Even when they were on live, Joseph was on mute. Hello? Speak, like, say something. You have to stand strong, because personally, with the decision, Lee, if we were in the game and you didn't give me that express pass, I would have said to the diary room every single day, I'm going to get Lee ass for that. Because why the fuck I don't got that express pass? And then this would have been my lick back. My issue is Joseph never said that. My issue is Joseph never said he had an issue with her not giving him this press pass. Joseph never said he's doing this to get the $1 million. Adam did. Joseph never did. He said, I just don't want to vote because I'm scared. Like, Joseph, that was punk behavior. It was giving, I don't want to decide. There's nothing respectable about that. If Joseph would have looked straight in the camera and said, Taylor Hell has $1 million, I don't give a fuck, I would have respected him, and I would have been like, well, I can't argue with it. I genuinely can't argue with $1 million. She is a millionaire. I can't argue with that. But he didn't say that. He said, I'm scared. Like, shut the fuck up.
And then tried to like be friendly with them throughout the race. Like, all I'm saying is when I analyze these situations, I do take the more personal stance. Like, I understand that this probably was great for their game and getting to the win. Let's see if they're going to actually get the win. But in general, I also look at it from that POV of like, they're friends outside of this, and I don't think Taylor did anything direct or egregious to them that would garner this right here. Like I said, she could have went home. It's like kind of throwing your closest friend to the wolves a little bit, and that's what he did. Now, the smart for their game, yeah, but at the same time, this is still like a personal type of thing. Like, it's kind of like, I don't know. I just know I personally would be like, that was fucked up.
And hey, that is what it is. I just don't like the way he went about it. And I do feel like because he went about it in the they're both my friends way, now you're opening the door to, because this is the thing. In all of these strategic social games, if you're playing with people it gets muddy, because now you have to decide between playing the game or being loyal to your friend who is genuinely your friend. That's inside the game. That's if you have two friends in the game. That's even sometimes outside the game with the challenge, bitch. So it's like, in this situation, it was going to get muddy. But Joseph mentioned personal feelings. He's like, they're both my friends. This is my best friend and my ex. Da 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 da. So now it's like, it's all open. It is
Jag become your best fucking friend.
Since when is Jag your best friend over Taylor, the one you were in the house with? Like, I don't know what that relationship was or whatever the fuck he was talking about, but I found like I felt like to me it was bullshit and it was an excuse for him to not put himself in it. But also, it's like, I feel like Lee, like everything you're saying, anybody who's dragging him, however Taylor feels, I feel like it's all justified because you brought up the friendship, baby. You the one who said those are your friends. If that's your friend, ain't that your friend? Ain't that your friend? If that's your friend,
I will
your
say
friend.
I haven't seen many people talking about this. I think more people are stuck on the whole Taylor voting Izzy Page thing. That like when we discuss this, it's an automated like we're mad at Taylor, so it doesn't matter. But it's like, no, this is still an isolated moment that's kind of like need to be analyzed here. Like that was crazy. No, like I would have never expected for them to put Taylor directly in danger like that.
Literally
like,
crazy.
Actually insane. And Kylan too. They're all friends. Like they're close friends. And I just don't think the Express Pass is comparable, but like, I've been disagreed with on that. So clearly people think differently. I don't know. I would not have liked it. I'm telling you, I would have been pissed. I would have been pissed. You can tell I was a little bit pissed too. It was on her face.
I would have been pissed too.
Especially if I went home this leg. Yeah. Baby, I would have got that phone when I got home. Boop, 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 block.
I would have been pissed too because you a punk. It's so much different. And it's so different. Because that was kind of my point. My point is the way he's going about it is what's causing me to be pissed. Don't say you're not a part of the vote and Adam's deciding. Man up and say that, look, Taylor, you won that $1 million. Amen. And move forward. I feel like I wouldn't be as mad. Lee, if you had won the Big Brother season we were on and you literally won $1 million and you didn't give me the Express Pass and then I got here and I looked you in the face and said, well, you got that $1 million, let me get mine.
Like bringing up the Express Pass is still even crazy there. Like the Express Pass has nothing to do with her being directly voted into a situation that could have sent her home. Like,
I do agree. I do agree.
But like, you clearly don't agree because you're bringing it up too.
Well, hold on. Let me tell you. I agree. In this scenario, it doesn't. But if it was someone who genuinely felt hurt by that, I think it's valid. I think it's valid for Joseph if Joseph did feel hurt by the Express Pass, I think it's valid. He didn't, though, which is the problem, which is what I'm saying. If it was me, I would have been mad that you didn't give me that Express Pass, and this would have been my lick back. And I think that is valid. I think the person who was messaging you on whatever, Twitter, I think they would have been mad about the Express Pass, so they're bringing it up. But Joseph wasn't. He didn't say that. So it's like, we can't say that for Joseph, but I see if there is someone, for example, if it was me and I didn't give you that Express Pass, you would have been like, huh? And I would have been like, huh? If you didn't give me the Express Pass, bitch, give me that Express Pass.
That's fair.
What are you talking about?
I would be very confused if you didn't give me the Express Pass.
I would be
I also don't think, like, by episode 5, if I went home, I'd be like, if Pharaoh didn't give me that Express Pass, I wouldn't be here.
I would have thought that. I would have thought that. Like, I'm thinking if I'm Hannah, Hannah Chada, the real human being, should have been like, them bitches should have gave me that fucking Express Pass, because then I wouldn't be voting them on this round. Like, I genuinely probably would be thinking, if you would have gave me that Express Pass, I would be here at the vote.
So I guess the Express Pass is serious for bitches.
It might. Well, it was, even when they made the decision, I was like, why are you giving? It was just silly. But I just feel like if it was me, I would be mad if I was their friend and they gave a random the Express Pass. So it's like, for me, I would be mad. But once again, both want to be not in it.
I would be a little confused. I would be a little confused. I would. And I don't think I'd be mad, and I don't think I would use it as justification to do this, but I would be confused.
Yeah, I do think, because the chat said Hannah got to be a little mad. I do think Hannah is a little salty, and we'll get there. Let's put a pin in it.
Some tea, because I don't be checking chats BCC.
Maybe a little bit. So that was Joseph and Adam in their vote, of course. And then we got to Jazz and Jag. They literally voted Taylor and Kylan the first round. They didn't give a fuck. And they
didn't give a fuck.
This gentleman's agreement that they told Taylor and Kylan about, according to Chat BBC.
That is even more confusing, because I thought on Chat BCC that it was an understood thing between Jazz and Jag and Taylor and Kylan that it wasn't an issue. But it seems like on the show it was still an issue. So I'm so confused.
This is what I think happened. I don't know if this is confirmed, because Jazz and Jag don't talk that much in Chat BBC. But this is what I think is happening. Jazz and Jag told Taylor and Kylan about the agreement. Eric overheard them talking about it. And when he relayed that to Jazz and Jag, I don't think Jazz and Jag put 2 and 2 together that Taylor and Kylan weren't just talking shit. I think in their minds, it's still Taylor and Kylan are after the men, because Eric said, I overheard Taylor and Kylan saying they're after you guys. So, for example, let's say I tell you about an alliance I'm in, and I'm in the alliance, and then someone else says Lee was talking about that alliance you're in, I'm gonna think you're coming after me. I think that's what Jazz and Jagger think. They're thinking, why are you talking about the alliance I told you about? I told you in confidence about the alliance, and you're chattering about it. So I think in their mind,
they're talking about it to each other, though. Like, so
exactly. But he wasn't there. I don't think they know. I don't think they understand. I don't know.
We saw how easily Jag would flip on his own allies in BB25, so I wouldn't be 100% shocked if that's the case. But they completely misread the situation. I'm curious, though. I'm just curious because I feel like there was a lot of explaining being done by cast members for stuff that hadn't happened yet. And now that we're getting to moments like this, I'm just like, so there was not an understanding? Like, I'm just kind of confused still. Like, because I thought it came out that like, no, Jazz and Jack told us and it's fine. Like, is this Taylor and Colin's first time seeing that this is why Jazz and Jack did that? You know? Like, that's what I'm just curious about, you know? Or like in general, I know like it was like sayings of like, oh, giving the express pass to Jazz and Jack was a good thing, and we'll see why. I want to know specifically what that good part was then. Was it the first U-turn vote? Or like,
when will we see?
So many unanswered questions. I feel like I'm just like, in chat BCC ain't helping. Okay, I need to break down what's really going on.
So Taylor and Kylan, we get here, mind you. After Jazz and Jag voted for Taylor and Kylan,
someone just spilled in the chat.
Taylor has a speech. Ooh. Oh no, you don't even know how hard they just spilled in the chat.
Ooh,
you don't even know how hard.
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
I don't even know.
Taylor has a speech, and
it's Taylor, so funny though.
Wait, it's Taylor Hell, I love you, Queen. I just want you to know this is all through love, and you know that.
Hey, let me say one thing too. Because I feel like people like. I know for a fact people are gonna be like, oh, y'all being biased. There truly is no bias. I like Taylor. I mean, this podcast we're running, we are a very small podcast, and we are trudging through as best we can with little to no resources. And Taylor has done a lot to help us, generally, personally, in real life, to help us. Not even just with the podcast, but personally as well. So am I going to get up here and drag this lady? Like, I don't know her. Like, I would drag any random. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sit up here and eat this girl up. Did she do some crazy shit this episode? Yes. I don't know about Pharaoh, but don't expect me to sit up here and get into this bitch ass like that, because it's not going to give that from here. From me, at least. But girl, Pharaoh, say what you need to say.
Let me go ahead and eat. Taylor, girl, come to the motherfucking stand. Because this is what I think happened, y'all. Taylor was mad. Taylor was pissed. Joseph had already did the fraudulent shit, or not yet. But Taylor was pissed because her name got said. Jazz said her name. She knows she didn't vote for this nigga. She knows she gave this nigga the express pass that he just used last leg. She knows all the things she did for him. She's mad. And she said, you know what? I'm sick of these men. I'm sick of these men. I'm sick of these male teens. I'm sick of that. And honestly, at the end of the day, I just feel like all of these women have been attacked. You know, she says her speech. And it was through hurt. It was because she was hurt. She was hurting. I fully understand it.
I think that she got into a flow,
and then she
she got into a flow. Like, in that moment, she was fully like centering herself. She was like,
yep.
This is what's happening. This is the problem. Yep. And then she forgot whose name she had on that board. Because I think if she had remembered whose name was there, she would have shut the hell up. It did not look good for her at all. And the girls are dragging her. They are dragging her
down. Y'all need to get off my sister.
It don't look good for her. It just did not look good. It was a very hypocritical moment because you did just vote her. The only woman team left in the game. And it's like, how is Izzy and Paige supposed to feel? And they clocked it themselves too. They're like, girl, how you gonna give a whole speech about this?
I love Izzy and Paige. They said, honestly, it was surprising how hypocritical it was given. And it was. And I think this is my thing. Taylor's message completely correct. We've been saying it all season. I fully agree that the women teams have had an unfair shot. And then also I hate that the male teams have been targeting them in certain ways with the U-turns and shit. So I fully agree with that. The issue is, baby, wrong horse. You got a big ass man on your team, honey. Like Kylan is doing a lot of physical work that simply Izzy and Paige as a duo can't do. Taylor is also benefiting from the males in this cast because Kylan is a big ass man. Not just a big ass man. He was on the challenge 2 times. Baby, he got it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, wrong horse, honey, when you flip that card and that shit said Izzy and Paige. And she's looking like,
it would have ate. It would have ate if she didn't vote Izzy and Paige. It would have ate if she didn't vote Izzy and Paige. Sister, why did you vote Izzy?
Sister, come on.
And they did it as a burn vote, which is just so crazy. Like, girl, at least do Jack and Chelsea.
At least just do she at least do one. At least do Jack and Chelsea. 2, Jazz and Jack literally voted you. 3, when it ties, Joseph and Adam vote you. You could have voted all them niggas. And you did it, and it's like, I get that they were trying to be loyal, but this is what's killing me. This is what's killing me about Kylan and Taylor and this decision. Taylor Hell, BB24, Michael Brunner won 3 HOHs and 6 POVs and protected Taylor on every single one of those, and she still voted that nigga out when he was on the block, as she should. Why all of a sudden are you misloyal Taylor Hell? I don't know where the fuck that came from, baby. Baby, this is Michael Brunner. Vote out Jazz and Jag. Put them niggas in like it's nothing new to her. Same with Kylan. Tiffany Mother Mitchell literally created the entire structure to get Kylan to the top 6 where he won the HOH and took her ass out. Why are we loyal at top 6? Since when are we loyal at top 6? Because Michael got 6 and Tiffany got 6. When the fuck did we get loyal at top 6?
Why are you clocking? Why are you clocking?
What the fuck? Am I going crazy? They don't make no sense. Like, fuck all the hoopla. Since when are y'all loyal? That ain't never been in y'all name. I don't know what the fuck they was trying to do.
That's the thing. Loyalty got them screwed over because Jazz and Jag and Joseph and Adam didn't give a fuck. They voted them. Jack and Chelsea voted them. No, who did Jack and Chelsea vote?
Do people they should. Jazz and Jag and Tucker and Eric. Izzy and Paige, Jazz and Jag and Tucker and Eric. They did what they needed to do. The teams with the women on it did what they needed to do.
Everyone should have voted Jazz and Jag and Tucker and Eric. Like, this is so crazy that did not happen.
It was simple. Love y'all though, but baby, y'all wasn't thinking this entire season. I don't know what if it was trouble in Paris. I don't know what was going on. But baby, since the Express Pass till now, episode 1 till now, I'm confused. And that's just me being honest. I don't understand any decision. None of them.
Oh, Chelsea and Jack didn't vote for Tucker? Who did they vote for? Because I forgot.
They voted, I wrote it down. Jazz and Jack. Oh, and Taylor and Kylan. No. I didn't write it down. Okay, yes. Okay.
And it's like, because someone in the chat just said, well, maybe they're friends, and she didn't want to vote another black woman. And I hope that's not the case because Jack and Chelsea didn't give a fuck about that. Like, I think Kylan and Taylor was standing on so many like moral things. And no one else gave a fuck about that.
Yeah, no one else was on that type of time because we're playing. But it's like we've all played these games before. We've all played Big Brother before. We've all backstabbed. Like this isn't a newbie. This isn't a new Amazing Race cast. This is a Big Brother cast. Every single person on the screen has backstabbed someone. That's what Big Brother is. I don't know why we're approaching this game differently when we're all from the same original game. Like I don't think anybody else is. Even Joseph. Like Joseph's like, girl, fuck all. It's like. In a way, it's like, I get it, baby. We're Big Brother Amazing Race. We're not just Amazing Race. Like, vote them niggas out like y'all did Tiffany and Michael Brunner. Like, what's happening? But, hey,
girl,
it was being nice.
I just had the most hilarious thought. What? The most hilarious thought. The top 2 teams get to the pit stop, right?
Okay.
And Phil tells them, just like Big Brother, there will be a vote.
Ooh, got it. I would gag the Boots house down.
I just randomly thought about that. Like, that would be fucking hilarious.
The way I'm voting Jazz and Jag, get the fuck out of my face. They ate y'all bitches up.
No shade. No
like,
shade.
They ain't nobody. Or Izzy and Paige. If Izzy and Paige get there, y'all got it, mamas.
I really wonder how many other shows could be like influenced by that. I love the concept of Big Brother Survivor where like the jury votes for the winner. Like, if imagine if the challenge was like that. How many different winners would we have?
You remember they did that the season. I don't know if you I seen the season, so I'm sure you've seen the season. They did it for the season that Michelle almost won, but she tied because they voted for somebody else to win, and then the jury gave her points, and they gave
that
her
was
more
that was
points.
40.
Rachel. Yep. Rachel ended up tying to win with Tori instead of Michelle because of the vote system and whatever. Woo.
So maybe they shouldn't do that.
Some games it doesn't
work. That happened as they were eliminated. It should have been at the end.
That's true. And it should have just been one vote. It was like point. It was weird. But yes. So we move, y'all. 3 teams end up getting U-turned because they made it a tie. Kylan and Taylor, Tucker and Eric, and Jazz and Jag all have to do both of the detours. You would think the top 3 teams would just be the 3 teams that don't have to do both of the detours, but there is a clear gap in skill level of this season. It's actually insane.
I mean, the fact that Jag and Jazz ran through these detours in that roadblock like a Tomb Raider, I do feel like the challenges are a bit simple this season, though. I do.
Mm-hmm.
They are too simple. I don't think they're hard enough for the girls, especially the teams who are the front runners.
There's not enough variety. I say this in Big Brother too, but I think it causes stuff like this. When the challenges are so similar people are going to win the challenges. That's ABC, baby. That's math. So boom, we get to the
and this is what sends me, Rudy. Why do Chelsea and Jack just be walking around?
Girl,
the fact that they got second this round is a miracle. Okay, thank God Chelsea knew they goddamn Greek alphabet. Okay, because their direction is shit. Girl. All we see is them just walking. Is it over here? That.
Like what?
Is that it? That.
Sometimes they don't even add. Sometimes they're just walking. It's like, why are they walking silently? There was a shot of them, and they're walking on a back road, and they're like, "Oh, we need to be on the main road," and they just keep walking on the back road. I'm like, "What's happening? What's happening?" It's really scary. I don't understand what be going on over there. So the detour Lee is music in the air or olives everywhere. Where are we going?
Girl, music in the air. That was really a simple one. Like you just had to pick something up and take it somewhere else and get money.
And get the Euros. I think the Euros one, there's been seasons where I've seen them have to get money and them struggle. But in this season, there were so many people at that center court. Like, that was easy. There were so many people there. They were throwing the money at them, damn.
We would have taken it up, bitch. I would have put that thing on my back. We would have got there. And
I would have did a handstand.
For coins, bitch.
Ooh, I would have did a handstand. Ooh, I would have twerked. I feel like me, I would have been, hey.
Oh, girl, we would have got real ghetto out
there. Your mama was there when you left.
Hey.
Your daddy was there when you left. Hey. Yeah, we would have had a good jig, girl. I would have started rapping on that motherfucking beat. What the fuck is you talking about?
I'm in my go yard. You go, girl.
Hey. Body like 8 counts. Okay, but anyway. Everybody, the big 3, they have to do both detours. Taylor, Collins,
who the big 3? Oh.
Well, you know, the 3. They all
the U-turn 3.
The U-turn 3. The U3. They all decide to go to music in the air first. So they all go and do that detour first. Now, in this detour, you had to have the big ass piano on your back. And then you had to grab the coin bucket thing. And then you had to grab the stand to put the big ass piano on. Right? Very simple, you would think, on leg 9. Clearly, all 3 of them, everybody was a little shooken up.
They flustered, girl. They just got U-turned. They're tired. They scared.
Girl. Because Tucker and Eric done left the bucket on the ground. Taylor and Kylan done ran off without the stand. You know what's funny about running off with the stand? The stand looks awkward just sitting there. It doesn't look like it's supposed to just be
like you need the stand. I mean, you picked it up on the stand. Where else you going to put it?
Right. But I mean, hey, I guess they just thought it was going to be on their back the whole time. But they're also nervous and flustered. And then Joseph and Adam, I don't know why they're struggling. They've been struggling for a minute, girl.
That's why they should have just went home.
You remember preseason? I said Joseph and Adam might be like Jeremy and Liam, where they're like these big physical muscular guys, but low-key they start just floundering everywhere. That's what happened. That's literally what happened. And I think they got the same placement if it would have been an actual elimination.
And this is what really would fuck me up. Also, read your clue. Like, they were not reading that clue, which is why they fucked up. And it's like, that would fuck me up a lot. I read very quickly. I'm a speed reader. And I can see myself missing something, bitch. I could. Because, like I said, if y'all don't know, Amazing Race is very specific. Like, if the card tells you to turn right and you turn left, bitch, that's a goddamn penalty. Okay? Like, you have to do exactly what the card says. If the card tells you to wear your clothes to the pit stop and you change them, penalty. If the challenge tells you to keep everything on but the hat and you keep the hat on, penalty. Like, they will get your ass. So it's like, maybe because I'm so scared about that, I would be extra anal about reading it, but still, girl, like
that was what I was going to say. I feel like that would be one of our weaknesses. So it's like we would overly read. We need to reread the clue. That needs to be our motto. Reread the clue. We need to read it and then reread it, bitch. What does the clue say?
Let me read it as I run this. Like,
but I will say, I'm like, when I take like tests, I already do that. Like, I read and I get distracted. I have ADHD. So when I take tests, I always reread the question when I'm doing my test. So I just feel like I would want to reread it because, babe, what again? Like, I be forget. My thing is, I just naturally forget. So what makes me think I wouldn't naturally forget on the race? I would be like, hold the fuck on. What was it that it said? I would always have that clue in my head, baby. I would read that clue the whole leg. The fuck? So there's that. They're struggling, but by the end, they end up getting them coins easily. This was a very easy detour. For some reason, Easy and Paige and Chelsea and Jack decided to do the olive one instead. I guess maybe the card didn't depict how easy the music one would be, but it was very easy. Yeah. But the olive one was hard.
I would have fucked that olive one up. First of all, olives are nasty.
They are.
Very nasty. So I would not have wanted to keep taste testing them. And then I don't have the strongest like memory like that, like recall that quickly. Like, it would have taken me some time.
I have a really good short-term memory, but so I think I would have done fine at memorizing some of them. If I take like the top row or I take a little bit more, that's fine. Like, I can memorize them because one team, I forgot which team it was. One team, they only had one person memorize like 2 of the damn things, and then the other person memorized the rest of them. And they were, it was Jazz and Jag. Jag is good at memory. So Jag memorized like 8 of them. And he only made Jazz memorize 2 of them. And then they were able to get done literally immediately when they went because of that. So it's like, just play to your strengths. You know, if I feel like I'm better at memory, I would just memorize more and then move forward. But some of them, it's like they were different colors. Boom, easy. The ones that were the same crinkled up grape looking,
like dry date, it looked like dates.
Yeah, it looked like dates. I would have forgot all 3. I don't know what we would have did. We would just been rotating them for the rest of the
day.
Because girl, please. Actually, before we keep going, let me read to y'all what they said in chat BBC about that vote. Sorry to re-go backwards, but Hannah Chada called the girls out, and I want to give a shout out to her.
One thing about Hannah, she gonna put it on the floor.
She said, at the beginning of the episode, she said, I have a question for Kylan and Taylor, but I'll leave it to the end. We came back. She said, going back to my question for Kylan and Taylor, now that tensions have calmed down, the following is a result of the fact that I know and trust the 2 of you to be extremely intentional, mission-oriented, and purpose-driven people. ... So my question is, knowing how inequitable the race is, case proven by the fact that in 37 seasons, only 3 female teams have won, while you've publicly acknowledged how hard the race is for women in multiple episodes now, why did you choose to give the express pass the one time you could give, in parentheses, the one time you could give a tangible, concrete advantage to another team, to a male team, and the one time you could give a tangible, concrete disadvantage to another team, you gave it to a female team? And I'm being so sincere and inquisitive in asking this, by the way.
Not baby, when I tell you Hannah Chada would not have gotten a reply fucking around with me.
Ooh. She would have ate you up and left you
on mute. When I tell you I would have left the chat BCC chat.
Kylan responds.
Because you're not gonna read me up like that, baby. You're not gonna read me up like that.
Kylan responds.
Saw that message. Taylor has left.
Literally.
I'm not going back and forth with you.
I'm not reading that. Girl, I'm not reading that.
No, that's what I would have said. Girl, I'm not reading that.
Anyway.
Mind you, I read the whole thing.
Literally. Oh my God. Kylan says, I appreciate your question as many have asked similar things. Here's a few points. 1, recognizing and not liking the challenges female teams have isn't the same as committing to a single-handedly changing that. As someone who has, like you, played a game for a greater purpose rather than prioritizing my own individual game, I didn't find here to do that. The Amazing Race producers can make things more equitable. I know that's right. Well, I
baby, that's not my job.
That's the producer's job, actually. Which was the main point Taylor made very clear at the vote in Greece, but for obvious reasons, they cut that. So Taylor made that point allegedly at Greece when they made their vote, that it's the producer's job to be making things equitable. But of course, they cut that out of the edit. They don't want us to see that. 2, we burned our vote since conversations at the airport on our way to Greece had led us to believe that the U-turns would easily just go to Eric and Tucker and Jazz and Jag. Okay. 3, remember
he gave her numbers, bitch.
The Express Pass was giving out at the start of the game before any of us had a sense of how physical things would be. More than male teams, male-female teams actually win the most seasons because the Amazing Race doesn't always do such a poor job equalizing the physical aspects that make the game favor males. We stalemated with me wanting to give it to you and Taylor to Joseph. So then it went to the only person either of us had any relationship that wasn't from the BB26 alliance. That was we all believe we would be tighter than da-da-da-da. So when they were doing he's saying when they were doing the Express Pass, he wanted to give it to Hannah. Taylor wanted to give it to Joseph. And to compromise, they gave it to the one team who wasn't in the Big Brother 26 alliance.
They should have gave it to Angela and Kat, girl. I don't know.
They should have. Or, yeah, literally.
Girl, or do a coin flip.
Something, baby, because that wasn't a good answer. Taylor's answer. Additionally, Jag and Jazz and I have had conversations before the Amazing Race was ever in the picture about ways they felt I've dropped the ball in supporting diversity across the BB community.
Huh?
Honestly, I mean, hey, let's listen. And honestly,
wait, what?
What?
Repeat that.
Additionally, Jag and Jazz and I have had conversations before the Amazing Race was ever in the picture about ways they felt I've dropped the ball in supporting diversity across the BB community.
How is that?
Well, she's about to explain. And honestly, the way the fandom talks about them at large is pretty fucking gross. We have 2 Punjabi Sikh men wearing turbans racing throughout Europe. I'd be a fool to assume they wouldn't face racism in the ways even I wouldn't. Giving the Express Pass was an olive branch. At almost every pit stop interview, we spoke in detail about our frustrations at the inequities for women in the race while maintaining our loyalty to Jazz and Jag to support their mission for visibility.
Basically they gaslit you, baby. That's what the fuck happened. Because let's keep it 1,000% honest. The reason why I'm not going to sit up here and drag Taylor is because Taylor made it a mission after she won Big Brother to podcast with specifically Black podcasters. If you go back to when Taylor Hale won Big Brother, she had interviews with not only the big white platforms, but several small Black and brown and queer platforms. The Cookout also did that as well. Every winner since did not do that. Which is why no small Black creator has had that many interviews with Chelsea, Jag, or Ashley. So specifically Jag, who ignored several podcasters reaching out to him to only do RHAP, it makes no sense to me that he's the main one speaking on diversity within the BB community. I don't understand that at all. I haven't seen Jag do shit for the diversity in the BB community, if you ask me.
Ooh, and clock that tea.
So I'm confused. What has she not done to speak about diversity in the BB community? That's where I'm being lost at, especially in comparison to him.
Clock that tea. It sounds like she got played.
She got fucking played.
For that Express Pass and for this moment.
She's here thinking about diversity, equity, and bitch, she's talking about DEI, and these niggas talking about wrap that shit up.
1 million. And that's the problem. So I think she got played. In conclusion, all I heard, and honestly from Kylan's explanation as well, all I heard was y'all got played because y'all couldn't decide between, we couldn't decide between our friends and da-da-da. And that's why the Express Pass has to be mentioned. I'm sorry, baby. If this was the reason, because the Express Pass is the same reason you didn't vote them, in this round, mind you, if Taylor and Kylan would have voted Jazz and Jag, they wouldn't have gotten U-turn because it wouldn't be a tie. They literally didn't vote Jazz and Jag, so it tied. So it's like, this is the same reason you gave them the express pass from what I just read.
And that's why you do not go out of your way to do stuff for people, because you never know what someone else is thinking. Don't go out of your way for people. You ever have a situation where you're like, well, I did this and I did this and I did this for you. And the person is like, well, I didn't ask you to do that.
Yep.
Don't go out of the way to do nothing for nobody, because the moment you do that, you're going to look like the fucking fool, because ain't nobody going to go out their way for you. Jazz and Jack weren't thinking about that. They were thinking about winning $1 million. Joseph and Adam wasn't thinking about that. They were thinking about winning $1 million fucking dollars.
Oh, little Bill clocking. MC just made this mistake. You
black women, stop giving a fuck about these niggas. Period.
I mean, hey, it happened with Shannon Deshawn in and Survivor 41. It happens all the time. It's true,
but that happens a lot in general. I think a lot of black women are at the forefront of like pushing diversity for all 100%. Fronts, and they're still the least respected.
100%. Like, please, it doesn't make sense. But the second point, I also want to talk about the second point, because the girls in chat BBC were getting annoyed with this. The second point that both of them made was that there is a BB26 alliance. Chelsea and Tucker are very annoyed by this because apparently everyone refused to work with anyone from BB26 because they thought they were in an alliance, a pre-made. And Chelsea and Tucker are saying, baby, we were not in an alliance. Baby, it never gave alliance. So they're annoyed that they keep using that as a talking point. Chelsea says there was no BB26 alliance. There wasn't even any indication we were in an alliance throughout the shows. Don't put that on us. We were just there to race with our loved ones. Carry on. She had to gather them.
Chelsea said, baby, I'm not in it. Why wait, gather them real quick. Definitely chat BCC, because baby, they are cat throwing strays. They are throwing strays, bitch. You have to catch your stray. You're not just gonna know it belonged to you, bitch. Okay.
Everybody's getting caught. She says, I say this because it's been rumored from our cast that BB26 pregame. Just to clear it up, there was no pregaming from us. Did we vacation together before the race and all of those things? Of course, we're friends, but never in any conversation did we strategize about what the race would look like for us. I think if you understand, because that's the thing, I'm not friends with any of these people. I'm not in this space, but it's like, it's obvious Chelsea and Angela aren't in a pregame. They hate each other. Like, I don't think assuming, and even like Tucker this whole time. Like Tucker, Chelsea, Angela, they're not good. That doesn't make sense in my opinion. So I do feel like they were kind of wrong about that, but they have been left out of every like agreement. So I do believe that was something people were thinking in their heads. So that also went into the decision. There's that.
Child, this is too much. I'm still stuck on Taylor not doing enough for diversity in the Big Brother community.
Because what is that? No, honestly, what is that? I don't know what that could mean. I don't know if that's something, because this is the thing. Taylor is speaking in chat BCC, explaining herself. This could be Taylor feels this way about herself, or is it giving, this is what was said to Taylor? We don't necessarily know, because it's such a specific context. That would have to be cleared up. It could be Taylor feels like she wants to do the most she can, and she feels like she dropped the ball because she didn't acknowledge things with other people other than like whatever it could be.
I haven't heard Jag and Jazz even acknowledge his own culture. So I don't know. I mean, let alone Black and other stuff that he had to go through. I mean...
And that's true. And that's the thing. And that's why I'm saying it's like, if this is Taylor's personal feelings about how she feels, then boom, all power to you. That's how Taylor feels. She wants to do better. If Jazz and Jag are feeling this way, I'm kind of confused. I agree with you 100%.
I'm very confused if it's coming from their POV, because when everyone else, when people, I don't want to say anything.
It just needs to be more clarity. I feel like it needs to be more clarity, because it could have easily not been.
Are we saying that because she's spoken a lot about Black and brown people? So are we saying that she should be speaking more about groups that she doesn't necessarily represent in? Because if that's the case, well, Jag, you could be doing that too.
Clark that T. But that's why I'm saying, is that something she feels? Does she feel she should be doing that?
Well, the tweet said they had a conversation about them feeling like I dropped the ball. So they feel that too.
That is what it said.
And how can they feel that?
When they never held the ball. At least y'all...
They're not even on the court. I've only heard them speak about their own experiences, which is beautiful to learn about. But
only on the show. After the show, I really haven't heard a lot. And like you said, that goes to a lot of the winners. I mean, Chelsea's sitting here and all I've heard her talk about is being gay on the Christian podcast. Like, I haven't heard her talk about much either. I feel like there's a lot that can be talked about that a lot of the winners are dropping the ball on, if we're going to use those terms. So to say that about the one that's doing the most is very interesting. But hey, we don't have all the context. I don't know what.
Let me stop talking on it because
I mean, we got to put the real in reality. That's true.
Because I clearly have a bias in the situation, but I am open to, dragging my fave as well. She got her hits in, but it's just like this specific thing does not make it's not computing in my mind. It's
not clicking. No, you're right.
Because I come from a POV of someone who is underrepresented in this like BB podcast community type thing. Like our podcast is not the most represented as far as getting these extra interviews, being able to speak to these people. Like we have to work hard to get that shit, and someone who has helped with that is Taylor. So the fact that that's even a conversation is crazy to hear from me because no other winner or damn near any other player other than people from the cookout has done that to that level, have tried to expand their reach to all people within the community. Most people get off that show and go straight to the first white podcaster they see. Let's clock the real tea.
Period. And that's true.
So I really want to know where that is coming from. I don't understand that allegation at all.
I just feel like that shouldn't get brought up at all by anybody but Taylor Hale or the cookout, because I feel like they're the only ones who have genuinely gone out of their way to push that post season. And if we're talking about non-winners,
they still are pushing it to this day.
Literally to this day. If we're talking about non-winners, I'm going to give Joseph his gots because Joseph does talk about a lot of causes. He'd be going to Africa. He'd be going to all them other places. I'm gonna give him his gots. But there's a lot of people who that is not something that they. And this is my thing. I don't expect anything from anybody. I don't expect anybody to do anything. But if the conversation is getting brought up, that's where it gets confusing, because it's like, baby, where are you when the POC are calling? I'm wondering.
Crickets. Because we've had that conversation before. Get this person, get this person, get this person. We've asked. And you know who always says yes? The one that y'all want us to drag the most.
Miss Mother Hell. No, because the girls be trying to get on my girl Taylor. I really don't understand it. Taylor really goes out of her way to be very supportive of all of these communities, the reality TV spaces, even shows that she's not even the biggest fan of or she would never do. She gives the energy towards there. There are so many people who play these games and then don't give a fuck about y'all afterwards, and y'all still sucking their ass and sucking their dick. There's people who play these games and don't care about the games. They don't care about the shows. They don't care about that. They here for the money. They here for the fame, and they move forward. And y'all are standing them and being a part of them and supporting them. There's people who get out these games and they don't give a fuck about nobody, person of color, gay, woo, and y'all still standing, y'all still doing this. Now the girls get their hates, everybody gets their hate here, there, everywhere, but I feel like this conversation is weird, and it's weird to direct it towards Taylor. Even about the whole women thing, how everyone's getting up in arms about the whole women situation. Taylor has been very clear about her stance on that, and she's been very active in pushing that stance. Even afterwards, she's even on Chat BBC talking about how this is something that she is willing to learn from. She's willing to not be a hypocrite. Like, she's always open to that. And there's so many people in the reality space who aren't. And I feel like if we're going to focus angry and negative energy towards someone, why are we focusing it towards the people who want to learn when we can focus it towards the people who don't give a fuck? Like, there are so many evil bitches out there, and y'all worried about the good ones? Like, I'm confused. Truly.
Clock it.
That's just me.
Honestly, there are a few alumni that are exactly the person y'all want to make Taylor.
Not even a few. I could name a lot of alumni
10 right now.
Don't make me release the Epstein files up in here, bitch. don't make me write a list and release the list, ho, because it's a lot of people. Y'all be shocked. And Derek Levasseur ain't one of them. Oh. But we move. We get to the roadblock. No, we get to the route info. They have to push the boulder up the hill. I love a good boulder. I love a good hill. Personally, that's a nice boulder. I would have had fun pushing the boulder up.
That's a nice boulder.
And Lee would have ate pushing that boulder up the hill.
Oh
too.
My God, y'all!
Lee is a professional hiker in this bitch, y'all.
Y'all, we went to this preserve here that we have locally. And when I tell you, it had all of these beautiful trails, such a beautiful area, just outdoors, a lot of nice people, fresh air. When we got to walking, y'all, I was doing good and I was catching up. I was keeping up. I was doing real good. Then at one point, we started elevating. and we kept elevating.
I love it.
And we just kept elevating. And it was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So it got to a point where, bitch, I was tooted the fuck out, baby. I was tired. I was done. My body was drained. Like, that was a lot of physical activity. And my sister Pharaoh, she came back for me.
That was our Amazing Race practice.
She came back for me. She was a good little friend. She helped coach me up that mountain. I was going up that mountain to save my marriage. And thanks to Pharaoh, I got up that fucking mountain.
Not to save your marriage, though.
Not to save my marriage.
Not that. No, that was a good little Amazing Race practice, because y'all, my whole thing with Amazing Race is if we get on there, we're not going to be able to communicate. I'm going to be getting pissed off. Lee going to be getting pissed off at me. We're going to be looking a fool. We both going to be sweating, balls stanking, all of that. Hot, sticky and shit, mad. Like, no one wants to do that. So that was our practice. That was our cute little practice. I think we did good.
We didn't argue. You really was patient with me. Yeah. I did not get crazy. I think I was too tired to get mad.
Real. We gotta get in those type of situations. No, honestly, like I think it really wasn't that bad. I also think like it seemed worse than what it was. I don't think it was that bad at all.
When you're tired and you see how far you have to go, that is what gets you. Like, I remember I was walking, I was like, I'm doing it. And I got to a stair and I looked up and I just saw him.
It just grew and grew, bitch. You
and
thought you was like, what happened?
My God.
You know what's crazy? I like that feeling of feeling like I'm at the end of my peak, which is why I think I would like the challenge a little bit. I enjoy like feeling fully drained to my core of all of that. Like, I would love the Amazing Race. I mean, the challenge. I think I would be like one of them sleeper challengers. You know how it's like you get like I guess Cedric, but Cedric was a Marine, so it makes a lot of sense. But he looks like a Marine. Yeah, he don't look like
it's very shocking to me how athletic he is, because when you look at him, I just get 16-year-old boy.
But more than look, like, I'm genuinely not a Marine. Like, isn't there like women who is like, how are you randomly so good at this? Like Camilla, what was her name? That racist lady? Like random people who is like, you're randomly extra good at this. Why are you so good at this? And you're just a random ass person. I feel like that could be me. I can't think of a man other than Cedric. I can't think of
I feel like what's her name? Laurel is like that. Laurel is very like, even though she did sports and stuff like that, I feel like when you look at Laurel, I don't get like, because she's not like this, like Cara Marie, like I'm in the gym.
Yeah, she's not always in the gym. All of that. She just mind her business.
Laura just mind her business.
And then kind of like Davon. I think. Yeah, I think Davon is the best example. Davon is a regular girl from Inglewood, and she got up in there and she's literally won 5 of the 6 eliminations she's been. I feel like that could give me. I think I could fling.
You think I could? So nasty. Let me pull up her stats.
I could fling bananas in a hall brawl. I could fling bananas in a hall brawl.
And I don't know, girl. That's a lot of. He pack a lot of muscle on him, girl.
A lot of old muscle.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's time's up, baby. Anybody can fling.
It's your time's up.
Somebody in the chat said they heard that I'm 45. Who told you?
Are. So Davon has been in 7 eliminations, 5 wins.
Yep, that's me.
Diva.
That's literally. I would go 7 for 7, fucking with me, because muscles don't mean shit. Corey Wharton, big muscular ass. He's lost every single talent.
Hold on. Keep it cute. Wrong one.
That's me flirting.
Fessy. Let's talk about Fessy.
Matter of fact, let me DM Corey Wharton right now and tell him I signed NDAs.
If you DM him, I'm DMing you to death. How about that?
DMing me to death is not even a thing. You just made
it. We're gonna make it a thing, bitch.
Figure it out. I'm DMing Corey Wharton.
Let's keep moving before you piss me the fuck off. So we get to the roadblock. Who's the alpha, bitch? I'm the alpha, the omega, everything in between. All right, with Minaj.
I've done 5 roadblocks. I think I can do 6. So
you definitely got this one. Pharaoh got that memory down, girl. One day in high school, you know, he was able to name all the presidents, every president, up until at that point. Was it Obama? Good times.
It was Obama. I had learned the night before, baby.
I was on the phone with him while he was learning. I was like, girl, I'm not doing it, because it was like for extra credit. I said, girl, I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna remember.
It was to not
ate that up, girl. Every single president, bitch. Okay, so he can do the alphabet, alpha, beta, sigma, data.
Yeah, I think honestly, y'all, I would have ate this up. I need to get up on one of these shows so y'all can see how badly I would eat. I think bitches watch me and it's like, Pharaoh just be doing whatever. He just be saying whatever. Girl, I'm a smart little girl up in here. I would have ate this alpha, beta, sigma shit up. It was like alpha, mu, Tulu, beta, zeta, omega, girl, sigma. Sigma was the circle with the little line, girl. Omega
Upsilon.
was the upsilon. Upsilon, bro. Taylor was
she was killing me with that.
Taylor was killing me with upsilon. Upsilon. So I messaged your man.
I'm killing myself
again. Let's see what he says. He's single now, y'all. So I have
is he? He broke up with that white girl?
Yes. Thank the fucking Lord.
Oh, let me slide in.
Slide up in that. So boom.
Someone asked how long have we been besties?
How long have we been besties? How long have we known each other?
We're not gonna get into the lore yet. Y'all gotta get the Patreon to learn the lore. But I've known him since 2013. When did BB16 come out?
2014. Don't age us now. I want to say 2014.
Freshman year of high school.
Freshman? We knew each other in the freshman year?
Mm-hmm. The second semester of freshman year.
Got you. I thought maybe it was.
You want to act like you don't remember me?
No, I thought it was summer. I thought it was summer after that. I thought
we talked kind of going into that, but we really clicked up during the summer.
Okay, that's 2014 then.
Yeah.
Okay. And what year is it now?
And we're still here.
That's 11.
Best friends, I would say, what, 2 years? Huh?
Count the podcast. How long? It took some time. It was a rocky road.
It was a rocky road,
but we smoothed it out. That was so good. I wish I executed that better.
Basically, Pharaoh was in denial for most of the friendship.
I'm in denial, deep in denial. That is not what happened. And
I always knew we were besties.
Y'all in 30s. In 30s, what? Maybe 30-inch waist at the most.
Ooh.
Right. 30-inch. Like
bust down.
What you're talking about bust down? Like
it's 30 inches. Like
Keith said, I want to watch y'all first video. It was a Big Brother Canada
cast reaction.
9 cast reaction.
Who else? Betty and Summer in them. But yeah,
Big Brother Canada 10 cast reaction was our very first video together. We look a fool. I look a mess.
We was on Zoom.
I think I had like a full beard. My hair was looking crazy, bitch. It was a purple solid background.
We've come a long way. Honestly,
everybody, once you're done with this video, go watch that first video and just look where we're at now and praise us. Cause what? Business B, all of them girls was there, baby. Business B being our first, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Summer, oh, I miss them. I guess I'm doing a roadblock. I would have ate this shit up. And some of the girls, it came easy to them because they already knew some of the letters. Like Chelsea basically knew the whole thing.
Chelsea did not play. Them getting into second place off of this, that was nasty.
Yeah, this roadblock was essentially the leg, which is what I think my issue with this roadblock. I don't know if it's this roadblock or the leg in general. The roadblock was the leg. It didn't matter that Tucker and Eric got there second. It didn't matter that Jack and Chelsea got there so late. It didn't matter when anyone. It was literally just who's finishing the roadblock first or last. Because Tucker finished the roadblock last, he lost the entire leg. The leg could have just started here, and Tucker would have lost. If the leg started here, we would have got the exact same result of the leg. And I think that's the problem with the leg. I don't think that's a good leg if we basically got our results. They were all there at the same time. I feel like all of them essentially figured it out within their respective area.
I mean, I like it because it's an equalizer. You know, it does. This is something that does help equalize the game for players like Izzy and Paige and things like that. So I don't mind it. I just think it does suck in moments like where we had a non-elimination leg where a team who stayed that didn't really get any real penalty because of it is still here, and then Tucker and Eric goes home. So
yeah,
I didn't like that part of it.
Because I feel like I don't even feel like the roadblocks the issue. I feel like the detours were the issue. I'm like,
they were too
we all
easy.
Just end up here? We just all ended up here.
No, it's like the fact that Jazz and Jag was able to do both those detours that quickly. It's way too easy. It was way too easy.
Like what? Like why are we all here?
Teams struggle with the road with the speed bumps and having to do both detours, and the fact that none of that was an issue this leg is crazy.
Yeah, I think that was the issue for me. But it ends up it's just Taylor and Tucker there doing it last. Everyone is rooting for Taylor. We all want her to win because they're sick of Tucker and Eric being here. They want them out. And low key, like I didn't know. I don't think I don't understand Taylor's full scope of memorization and stuff like that. That wasn't something she was just amazing at in Big Brother. And then we haven't really seen her anywhere. So here I wasn't super confident. I was nervous. I was like, can Taylor out memorize this shit? And she ate that shit the fuck up.
She did.
It was like 3.
Mama know how to do it when she needs to do it.
She only had 3 guesses. What's it called? 3 tries. And she got that shit. Like, ooh, mamas. You ate that shit the fuck up. Big mama.
Big mama, not the little one.
Big mama Taylor wins. She ate that shit up. And then everyone is literally, that's another issue with this. Like, why is everybody at the mat at the same time? I'm just like, it was too easy or something. I don't know.
Equalizer by the end.
I guess.
I like the equalizer. We like the equalizer.
I think maybe the roadblock should have been first and then the detour should have been second in this time. Something. It just didn't work right to me. But we get there and everyone's literally at the mat together. They're waiting for the last team to run up. Taylor runs up and everybody cheers!
Now, if I was Tucker Eric and I watched this, bitch, y'all ain't that damn happy.
Let's rematch. Girl, let's race. 1v1. The fuck? Join the box. Mind you, y'all are celebrating that Tucker and Eric, who got U-turn and had to do both the detours, barely lost to y'all. Like, oh my God, let Tucker and Eric not had to do both of them detours.
Baby.
Y'all were all, they were.
And honestly, that's what Adam was saying. I got to make sure another team is down there because, baby.
Ooh. I mean, and that, I think it really justified Adam's decision because Joseph wasn't a part of the decision because he a punk. It really justifies Adam's decision because Taylor single-handedly beat Tucker in the roadblock, which caused him to go home. He was right in a way. In a sense.
He kind of ate that up, but you did it by putting close friends in danger. So it's
Adam don't know them people. Shout out to Adam.
That's it. Adam like, well, they ain't my friend.
Hey, I don't know them hoes. No, honestly, I love it. Adam ate this shit up. Like Adam really ate this shit the fuck up.
The puppet master a little bit. The puppet master. I don't know.
Okay. Ciao.
So Jamie said TAR newbie, are detours typically easier than roadblocks? I wouldn't say like typically. I personally think roadblocks are supposed to be set up to be a little bit more difficult. Like it's a roadblock, you know. But depends on the season or on the episode. Either one could be harder than the other one. Mm-hmm. Sometimes really a roadblock could just be jumping out of a plane, bitch.
Yep, literally. It really genuinely depends. This season it does seem like it's been that way, which I don't love. I think I like when the detours are hard. There was a season where one of the detours was they had to create an entire bike, like motorcycle, bitch.
Yeah,
that was one of the detours, and then the other detour was
the best season we've watched since we started covering it. The one with Derek and Claire, Michael Louise. I agree. Michael Louise, Molly and Louise, Molly and Emily. Great season, great cast, and great challenges.
I agree. I think they had to get creative because they had to get. Yeah, it's raining hard, honey. Mm-hmm. You like it?
I need to go to the store.
It's okay. Go to the store, get you some hot chocolate, watch Twilight.
No, I need to go to the store to get gars.
Get gars and watch Twilight. That sounds like a vibe to me.
But how am I gonna go out? It's raining.
Regardless, watch Twilight. I don't give a fuck about all that.
I don't want to watch no fucking Twilight.
It's raining, nigga. What you want to watch? It's raining. You watch Twilight. When it rains, you watch Twilight.
It's just gonna piss me off. Get me off this.
Imagine the scene of.
I don't like Twilight like that to be imagined. I watched the Hunger Games. Hunger
Games isn't rain weather.
Yes, it is. It's Thanksgiving weather, and we're at Thanksgiving time.
We're not at Thanksgiving until next week.
What
you making for Thanksgiving?
I'm not making nothing.
That's your problem.
My mama making something.
Get in the kitchen and cook.
My mommy. What's your mama cooking?
Nothing. I'm making it. As I should.
So you don't spend time with your family during Thanksgiving? Because I spend time.
I make food for my family.
Oh, okay. My family makes food for us, and then we all partake in it together.
So what do you make?
I bring my stomach.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Pull up a TikTok recipe and cook that shit, nigga.
Oh, that's how you cook off TikTok? I know that food.
Oh no, off memory. Been doing this since I was a kid.
Oh, so you let us cook it since you were a child? Should we call?
Don't let us. I cook because I'm a child. Actually. They said, Pharaoh, did Theo ever respond to you? Theo is this man from the challenge. He's a UK black man. He's married to Olivia, or no, he's not, but they got a baby. I called him out for being transphobic. No, he never responded, but I didn't want to respond. So it worked very well for me.
Right. He wanted the interview, bitch. Okay.
I wanted either he needed to talk or shut up, and he didn't want to do either.
Right. Come to the mic, Caroline.
Uh-oh. So yeah, that was that, y'all. Tucker and Eric are out. Bad guilty out.
Bad guilty out.
Not her.
Oh, she a weirdo.
Not her. We move. But this is the big five.
The big five.
Looking at first glance, Joseph and Adam can go.
With the quickness, they should have already been out.
Second glance, Jack and Chelsea. Jack and Chelsea.
Jack and Chelsea can go.
Okay.
They could have been left too. No shame.
My thing is, this is okay. You want me? Let me show you what I really want to do. Can I just show you?
What you want to do? And you know what? I agree.
What I really want to do. You agree? Yeah. Let's just circle them around the five. Y'all can share the five.
Y'all can share the five.
Like this is how I'm really feeling, y'all. And I don't know why. This is how I'm really feeling.
Nah, real. Izzy and Paige.
Everybody pissed me off. Everybody pissed me off. Truly.
Except Izzy and Paige.
Like, come on now. Come on. Izzy and Paige, you got this, queens. Them making top five is iconic. And they're not even in last place going into the next leg. I think
like,
Jackie
don't fuck with Izzy and Paige. The only women team still here. Shitting on bitches, shitting on hoes. Like,
I think either Joseph and Adam or Jack and Chelsea are going home next. I think Izzy and Paige are surviving another leg, personally.
Divas.
Ooh. Honestly, if I had to predict the final three, I would predict Jazz and Jack, Kylan Taylor, Izzy and Paige. I feel like they're
nasty. They've been the most consistent, I feel like.
I agree. So we'll see. We will see, honey. Right, y'all?
Didn't even clock this weight.
No, we're all only rooting for the only gay team left.
Period.
We're rooting for the gays. We're rooting for the gays. We're rooting for the gays.
You better make it work. You better make it work, bitch.
We're rooting for the gays. The only way we root for anybody else, y'all better kiss a man or a woman, whatever. Chelsea. Let me
Joseph.
Her. Joseph. Adam. Kissy. Kylan.
Hey,
Taylor.
Prove yourself.
If I is this problematic to say?
Let's not say it. Thank y'all for keeping it real with me.
I was just gonna say, if I had to say somebody who would do it, I was just gonna say their name.
Thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom.
You sure?
Thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom.
I want to say it.
Thank you for keeping it real with the kingdom.
There's one person. Ooh, somebody in the chat said it. All right, y'all. Get into the rest of the stuff we have going on. Of course, tomorrow we'll be live for the challenge on Sunday's Baddies
Post for me.
Love Cabinet's coming on Sunday as well. So get into all the ghetto shit later on in the week, and then the classy shit early on in the week. All right, y'all.
Well, hold on.
Okay.
We're not calling the Black Made Media ghetto.
It's not ghetto because they fight.
It don't matter.
Oh, okay. You sure?
I mean, I see what you're trying to do. The classy media, the ghetto media.
I feel like if we supporting the whites, we might as well keep it going, right? Like let's keep it going. This is a sick image. This is a sick image.
Like the BB21.
Oh my god! Let's stop. Somebody said reality rewind. I forgot, girl. Baby, we finna reveal that vote. Actually, I don't know when. We need to reveal it tomorrow. Y'all, this is coming in December. It needs to be on the coming.
Someone said, do white people watch TRK? White people do be watching us, breakfast. White people be watching us. I'll be gagged.
Girl, stay tuned.
What are white people that? If you white, comment. Let the girls know y'all be here, okay?
All the white people get up. Big ups to the whites.
I feel like the white people who watch us, they get it. They get it, okay? They get it. Because I feel like it's real easy to assume we don't like white people. I like white people. I do.
They trying to say me? Period, whitey.
Period.
Yes, queen. Period, whitey. Let us get up off here because I'm acting a fool. Y'all vote. Y'all got 1 hour to vote. I'm finna close it. Quit playing with me. And thanks for keeping it real with the kingdom, baby. We out.
Yeah.
Bye.